Hey, it's Maddie. Welcome to another reading vlog. This week is going to be pretty jam-packed, so I thought it would be the perfect week to kind of just mood read and pick things up as I go. And I'm honestly so excited because I do already have a few things that I'm really drawn towards right now. And then also, I feel like it will make this week a little bit smoother, being able to just pick things up here and there. And I feel like it's such a perfect way to find some hidden gems. So I'm very excited. I have a few books that I wanted to share with you that are on my radar, as I said right now, that I definitely want to possibly pick up. The first one being The Summer She Went Missing, just because I am craving a YA thriller. I think it's been a few months since I've picked one up. And also, this is on my summer TBR that I really want to finish before summer's over. I have a few library books that I want to get to, and also just a few books on my physical TBR that are more summery that I probably won't pick up once the summer season is over. So I definitely want to knock a few of them out. So this is the first one that I'm going to pick up, and it's on my August TBR. So that's also perfect. And then we also have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I'm already on page 236, and I just wanted to pick this back up and finish this off. I'm really enjoying it, so I definitely want to continue reading this. And then I'm actually weirdly in a nonfiction mood. I kind of get that mood every once in a while, and I really have to just like go with it when I get in one of those moods. And so I'm reading right now The Secrets of the Octopus. I'm already a few pages in, and this is stunning. I am loving this so much, and I feel like I'm learning so much about the octopus, and I have a strong affinity for it, which is why I'm like always wearing an octopus necklace. So this is so perfect, and I'm in my happy place right now. But what I love about this author is that she really talks about how intelligent the octopus is, how misunderstood they have been historically, and how we're learning so much more about them. And she talks about their different social behaviors and just all the things that we didn't know because they were so feared. And now that people are really starting to dive into researching octopus more, we're learning so many cool, interesting things about them as creatures that we thought were not the case, and we thought the complete opposite just out of fear. And so I really love the research that Saya Montgomery is doing, and you can just feel her passion and love for the octopus. I'm just going to dive into this whenever I feel like it and just read a few pages here and there so I can just slowly soak in the information. But also, the pictures in here are absolutely stunning and so vivid. I really love the art in here, and I just love all the things that we are learning. So I'm very excited to continue to pick this one up here and there. And then the last one is a thriller that I picked up from the library. It's actually a new release that came out this year, and that's Such a Bad Influence. I've heard really great things about this one, and so I'm excited to pick this up. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty torn about which one I want to pick up first. I think what I'll do is when I have some time to physically read, I will be reading Such a Bad Influence, and then when I'm like driving or cleaning or doing other things, I will listen to The Summer She Went Missing because I do have the audio for this one. So, okay, that's the plan. Right now, I'm actually going to be heading to the library and see what else they have and see if there's anything else that I'm going to be in the mood for reading this week. And I'll just take these two books with me, and I'll definitely update you when I've read a little bit. I'm really excited, and honestly, I'm in the perfect thriller mood, so this is going to be perfect. I'm hoping this week we'll find time to go to the park and sit out by the water and do a little bit of reading, but it's been so busy. I tried to go this morning and there wasn't any tables available, so I couldn't even sit down and read. So I was just wandering, trying to find a place to sit. And all the grass, too, everyone was doing all these different things out on the grass, so there wasn't any space to just sit down there. So hopefully we can go back and maybe the evening time and there'll be a space. And I love it because there's been so many live concerts that you can hear from the park. So you don't even have to go to the concert and you get to hear a whole concert out there, which has been just so fun. I love the summers here for that reason because you just get to hear amazing music while you're going on a beautiful evening walk by the river, and there's just nothing like it. So I ended up finishing The Summer She Went Missing, and honestly, my only regret with this book is that I did not read it out on the beach or at the park because this was such a perfect beach read. It was really fast paced, it was fun, it was just your classic amazing YA thriller. This was set at Clearwater Ridge, which was such a stunning small town. Like, I could just visualize the atmosphere, and it kind of brought me back to times when I was a teenager, when I would go on vacations with my cousin and go to the lake, or with my family and go to the lake. And it was just a really fun small town to follow. But you had definitely the more elite side of the town. And then you have the other side of town. And Paige, who is the main character, she would definitely fit more into the non elite side. However, her mom and her best friend's mom grew up together and they vowed to spend every summer together. So Clearwater Ridge is kind of where they go. They have a little lake house and they go out to the lake house and spend every summer together. And all of their kids are really close, have grown up their entire lives every summer together. And they do talk and stuff throughout the school year, but they definitely have like separate lives. And they have these summers to come back together, and they are incredibly close. But Paige has a crush on the older brother, Dylan. And things start spicing up during the summer, but Audrey, her best friend, who is Dylan's sister, she claims that she wants them to get together, but she does little things to break them apart whenever they start to get close. However, this summer is different. Dylan really starts to notice Paige and is done pretending his feelings for her are not completely true. However, Audrey is not even there to get in the middle this summer. And so they kind of start wondering what's going on with her. But Audrey is obviously harboring a huge secret. And then she goes missing. So then, fast forward to the following summer, where Audrey has been missing an entire year. Everything seems like it's a dead end. And then Paige ends up finding something in the room that they used to share. So her and Dylan decide to team up together and really dig into what may have happened this last summer. But catch, they haven't really talked much since the last summer. After Audrey went missing, things got a little fractured between the two, and they just slowly stopped talking throughout the year. And so you're really seeing them come back together to find out what's going on with Audrey and investigate what is this town holding secret, what was Audrey holding secret. And I promise that was all in the back of the book, but I would definitely recommend this as a beach read. It is a really good one. And I could definitely see myself rereading this in another summer, like I said, just because I would love to take this out on the beach and reread this, because maybe in like a few summers from now, I won't even remember what happened. And then I can slowly uncover things again. Because if I give a book enough years, I might think I remember, and then I'm like, I don't remember that. Oh, okay. And then it feels like I'm almost not reading it for the first time, because there's like that still tie of like, oh, I do remember that, or oh, I totally forgot about that, but then doesn't that lead to this? And I honestly think that's what's so fun about rereading. So this would just be a really fun one to revisit in the future. And then after I finished that one, I ended up picking up One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. I'm listening to the audiobook, and I'm hoping to finish this one tonight, but I'm actually on part 2, page 136. I am really enjoying this one. This is about Lila. She's a scientist and her boyfriend Nico is a struggling actor. So she agrees to go on this reality TV show, kind of almost like Love Island. And they end up going to this island and thinking this would just be like an amazing vacation for them, but also it might help launch Nico's career. They'll get a little bit of credibility. She's thinking, you know what, this can't hurt me either. Things aren't going the way I planned right now. And even though she's super reluctant, she wants to support Nico. And she also, I think, needs to figure out what's going on with her. So she just thinks she's going to go for a few weeks, but everything starts to go wrong almost instantly. And of course, they're stuck on the island. There's this huge storm, and there is a murderer out on the loose. And then I also want to continue reading Secrets of the Octopus. I have read a few more pages already, and this is just such a sweet way to talk about octopuses. You picking this up whenever I have a chance. I also was thinking about going to the community garden. There is this gorgeous dog park that's connected to like a community garden, and I just love walking through. We can't really get into it unless you rent out a plot, but I love like walking around the fence and looking at all the flowers, and there's so many birds and bees, and it's just really gorgeous and peaceful, and I really like sitting out there and reading for a little bit. So I might go there later and just get some more reading done and just be outside. So I'm very excited, but I will definitely update you when I've got some more reading done. So I'm about to head into work, but I quickly wanted to update you on my reading last night. So I didn't end up finishing One Perfect Couple, but I am on chapter 15, and I brought it with me hoping I can maybe finish it today because I am in the mood to listen to that some more. And because this is a mood reading vlog, last night I was listening to One Perfect Couple, and then I was kind of just starting to zone out, and I think it's because I'd been listening to it all day. So I wanted to switch things up a little bit. So I did end up picking This Summer Will Be Different. And I'm only a couple chapters in, so I don't have a ton of thoughts, but I am loving the atmosphere so far. And I will say the first couple chapters have already hooked me. And I have heard with this one that even people who aren't super big fans of Carly Fortune's writing still really enjoy This Summer Will Be Different. So I'm actually really excited to get into it. And as I said, like the first chapter has already had me hooked. It seems like it's going to have stunning atmosphere. So I am super excited to continue reading it and see what my thoughts are going to be about this book. And I'm hoping I absolutely love it. And I definitely want to get a couple more summer books out of the way before the end of summer and just enjoy the last remnants of this season. But I am also just so ready to dive into fall. So I think for today, I'm going to switch back and forth between reading One Perfect Couple and This Summer Will Be Different. I do want to focus on finishing off One Perfect Couple though, because I feel like it will be a lot easier of a book to kind of just listen to while I'm working and doing other things. Let's just get this day rolling. Let's conquer the day. I am trying to get myself up so much because I am just not feeling it. I do not want to go, but I'm trying to just romanticize it. It's a very smoky, but also super beautiful summer day. And I kind of was like bringing back nostalgic feelings of last summer. And I loved last summer. So I'm just trying to embody those vibes. Even though I had like so many changes going on, it was so exciting to have all of these new changes going on. It was when I first started this job. So I'm really just trying to like bring back all the good energy from then and just enjoy today. So if you're struggling to go into work, so am I. So let's just do this together. Let's conquer the day. Let's romanticize the day and just try to make it the best that we can. And hopefully we'll find a way to have fun. So ended up finishing One Perfect Couple, and I kind of wish I had listened to this on a road trip. I feel like that would have just amplified the atmosphere and been so fun. But I did enjoy this. I feel like it was a lot different than I expected in the sense that the reality TV show, or I should say, like the more dating side of the reality TV show, was very small portion of the book. Like it was maybe the first quarter if I'm being generous, because at the very beginning there's like build up about Lila and Nico and why they even joined the show in the first place, and a little bit about them and them as a couple, and then you go to them being on this show for a short time, and then the storm hits and they're just in straight survival mode. And then it just becomes reminiscent of Survivor vibes because they're really just trying to make it through and make it to the next day. I wouldn't expect a ton of unexpected things to happen. I just feel like there's a constant state of suspense because everyone's trying to survive. There's all of these people with different dynamics, different personalities, different alliances. And so you're really trying to like see who's going to make it to the end and what's going to happen, who's doing what to whom. And there's just a ton of unexpected, I guess, dynamics that are going on, but it's not like super twisty or anything. It's not like you can't kind of piece apart what's happening in a way. There was a couple things where I was like, oh, like I didn't expect that, but it's not like, oh, okay, like I was not thinking that was gonna happen. Wow, I'm completely twisted up. It's not like that. I believe this is a And Then There Were None Agatha Christie retelling, and I could definitely see her vibe in this book. And there was almost like a coziness to this in a way. And I do think that this is a good summer thriller. I feel like it's perfect if you're in the dead of summer because it kind of just brings those like summer storm vibes, just being out on the island and then the storm hitting. And I just feel like it is the perfect season to read this in. So those are kind of my thoughts on this book. I think it was decent. I think it was just a little bit different than I expected. So another book done, and then I actually finished one that I just I love this one. I love this one so much more than I thought I was gonna love it. And I am honestly obsessed with Felix. And that is The Summer Will Be Different. I binge this. I absolutely could not put this down because Lucy and Felix had my heart. Literal yearning between the two of them was absolutely stunning, and it just felt so real. Like I felt so many emotions watching their relationship come together and fall apart and come together and fall apart. It was so beautiful. I was rooting for them the entire time, but they're both such kind people, and you really got to see their connection over these summers, and you get to see like the backstory of like how their connection first started leading up to now. I loved how caring Felix was over his family and everyone around him. He was so attentive and thoughtful, and he was just I can't. Like, I just can't. So, the quick lowdown of this book is that Lucy is best friends with Bridget. Bridget wants to take her home to her family home because they're just like inseparable. And Lucy ends up having to go a little bit early for some reason. And Bridget has these three rules. And the one that you really need to focus on is don't fall in love with my brother. That is because Felix had had a previous relationship with one of Bridget's best friends from like childhood. And it was just a really rough ending for everyone involved. So Bridget's just really like sensitive to that. So Lucy ends up going and runs into Felix and doesn't know it's Felix. So they have a little thing, and then the next morning she wakes up and finds out that Felix is Bridget's brother, and she's like, oh no. Oh no. And so then you follow them through several summers because her and Bridget go every year to PEI, which is Prince Edward Island, to visit her family. And Lucy is super close with Bridget's parents and just the island. It was just such a beautiful story, and I really loved watching them fall together, and it really hurt when they fell apart. And then watching them fall together again, and just the amount of emotion I felt while reading this story was absolutely phenomenal. I definitely have to reread this book. Kind of wanting to give this 5 stars, which was very unexpected, but I absolutely love this. It was just such a beautiful setting, such strong relationships, such strong, beautiful characters, and honestly, I already want to pick it back up and start reading it all over again because that's how much I love this, and I did not expect that. Like, this was so unexpected, but I feel like those are the best 5 stars. And I'm just definitely glad I read this before the end of summer. Ugh, there's so many things I want to go back and annotate. Like, I just can't even get over it. So that is the end of this mood reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. I had so much fun just kind of going with the flow this week, picking up different things and getting a few of my summer books off my TBR. All the other books that I didn't end up finishing in this vlog, I will definitely still be picking back up in other vlogs, and I'm really excited to get back to those books as well. Let me know in the comments what you're currently reading, if you've read any of these books, if you're thinking of picking any of them up. I would love to know. And also, if you have any books on your end of summer TBR, or if you've just completely moved on and you're just all about the fall, because I am teetering. I'm really teetering because there are a few books that I definitely want to finish, but I'm also clearly ready for fall. So we might be squeezing the last couple summer books out, but we'll just see. And I'm just going to keep going with the flow with that because I am just enjoying starting to trickle in all the fall things, and I'm having the best time. And I want to prolong my fall vibes as long as possible because it's just over too quick. And if I start it on time, it just won't be enough. But anyways, take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.